I'm Lauren Green, and this is Bias Bash. This past Saturday, U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara tweeted that he, quote, did not resign, but rather was fired by the Trump administration. Bharara was among 46 federal prosecutors fired by the White House. The decision causing outrage in the media. However, they were quickly reminded that former Presidents Bill Clinton and Barack Obama had done the same thing during their administration, a fact which has caused some to approach these developments with a new spin. Here with her thoughts is Deputy Opinion Editor for the Washington Times, Kelly Riddell. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you so much. Okay,
let me read you something out of the Huffington Post. So it says, Bharara and 45 other federal prosecutors appointed by the Obama administration were asked to resign on Friday, a request that is standard practice when a new administration begins. So how is the media playing this?
Well, you know, when it first came down on Friday afternoon, basically it was overblown, much like they approached the Trump administration with a certain level of hysteria that even routine common practices of the transfer of power between two administrations is blown to new heights. Take, for example, this Politico headline. This was when Barack Obama took office in 2009 and went after the U.S. attorneys. It wrote, Obama to replace U.S. attorneys. Very factual, no real bias there. With Trump team ousts Obama appointees. A U.S. attorney. So on one hand you're going to remove and you replace. On one hand you're ousting. The bias between, it's just a level of hysteria that's unneeded. The New York Times also repeated that mistake, saying it was an abrupt removal, really playing into the fire here when there is no fire.
You know, apparently, though, there are reports that President-elect Trump had a meeting with Bharara before, he actually took office, and he made him think that he wanted him to stay in office. So is Bharara really basically saying, I was lied to, that the president really did want me to stay, but now he's firing me?
Yeah, well, there were those reports, and those are factual. The only person that we know that those reports came from was the U.S. Attorney himself. He's the one who went down at Trump Tower and gave a briefing of how his meeting with the president went, then President-elect. But we also know that the president took pains to call, U.S. Attorney Bharara on Thursday. The New York Times is reporting this today, that on Thursday he tried to reach out and telephone him, but that the U.S. Attorney would not take his calls. This reeks of political grandstanding. It's been speculated that U.S. Attorney Bharara wants to run for mayor of New York City. It's a way to become a political martyr for the resistance, to basically, become the newest face of the Democratic Party, that you have so many people trying to stand up for Trump, trying to stand up against Trump and make a name for themselves. And this reeks of that.
You bring up something that Judge Napolitano actually here at Fox News said about. He said that it sounds like somebody who's planning to run for office, and especially in New York, a place that actually sort of, demonizes President Trump. And what better way to get yourself into the good graces of the New York Democrats than to stand up against Trump?
Exactly right. Exactly right. I agree with the judge.
All right. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Thank you.
And to hear more media analysis on the week's top headlines, catch Media Buzz with Howard Kurtz Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern and again at 5 p.m. Eastern on the Fox News Channel. I'm Lauren Green, and thanks for watching.